Hey, I'm Charlie. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm sure you guys have had the same issues of figuring out what is the best bar to run for your pit bike. So we have a KLX140 and two different style CRF110s here. We have a 797, 784, a ProTaper bar, I think that's the XR50, BBR's bar that Carson Brown came up with for the CRF110, and ODI. This one is the 110. So let's go through these. I'm sort of new to the pit bike side, and the CRF110's at least out here in Arizona. We even have a racetrack that's doing Saturday nights pit bike races. So for like almost like the stock ones and ones that are sort of built like this Pro Comp, and it's been a lot of fun. I haven't done it yet because I injured my shoulder, as you guys know. I'll be riding again in March of this year, so I'm planning on getting out there and having fun even with the pit bikes. We'll also be doing a video on these three bikes and what we're done to them, and then also a video on lap times, things like that coming up in the future. So subscribe, will be some really good content on that. But today, let's just focus on bars, because through the builds, it's really hard to figure out for you personally what size bar you want. I'm 6 foot, and we'll sort of go through what bars I've liked and what I've tried. So for the KLX140, this is pretty much just a 2022 KLX140. It has a BBR reshock spring, and that's really it. Otherwise, it's stock. This is the ODI 110, and they are, let's see the difference. So you guys have a sizes on these. These are about 31, a little over maybe 31 inches wide. But for this bike, these bars feel really, really good. From bottom to the top is probably about maybe a 3.5 to 4 inch rise. And that feels really good on this bike. Carson Brown, obviously for BBR, has developed these bars for the CRF110. And these are called the 910s. Really nice packaging, by the way. Got the BBR grips that we'll be putting on this bike. And these are about, let's see here, from bottom to top, probably where the bar is, probably about 5 inch rise. And these, which are pretty cool, are about 32. So this is same as a full-size motocross bar. So if you are riding, you know, a 450, you probably have 32 inch width bars. These are the ones that fit the best. I like them a lot for this bike, so we're going with that. Another option that a lot of guys run is this ProTaper bar. This is called their XR50 bar. And let's see the difference here. That's about a 5.5 rise. And that's a 30 width. So about 2 inches shorter than the BBR. And some other ones you guys might have considered, these are a little too short for my taste. I believe these are the 784s, yep. Renthal, I love Renthal bars. If you compare the height, you can see they're a lot shorter and narrower. So I think that's just way too short for this bike. Just so you guys know, for the 784s, they are 29.5, and the rise is about, from the bottom to the middle, probably 3.5. And then you have the 797s, which a lot of guys go with. 797s compares to the BBR bars. You can see they might be, it's interesting. Look at the bend difference, you guys. See how the bends come back down and taper back down? But that is definitely taller. You could tell probably by, what do you think, Massimo, an inch and a half?
An inch and a half, yeah, around there.
But where they finish, is pretty close. And obviously they're not as wide. These look like they might be 30, 29 and a half, 30. These are, wow.
Right on?
20, almost 29, so 28 3/4. And this is about, and this is, I'm guessing you guys, 7 inches from where the crossbar pad is. So realize that's not total height, how we're doing it. I'm just going off of the crossbar height, but it'll give you a pretty good idea because everybody has these bins about the same on their bars. I hope that helps. When we do the video riding them, you'll be able to see some feedback. I might have a couple of my buddies ride them as well, so we get a sort of feedback on both these bikes. This is the built BBR Pro Comp that we did. Pro Comp front inverted forks with a disc brake. The rear is their Pro Comp rear swing arm with the Elka shock. And then we did a different hub, and you can watch the story on the details of that and how we got the disc brake for the rear. And this is pretty much just all stock except for internals for the forks and the BBR rear sub swing arm. And again, Elka shock on that. So if you have any questions, post below. If you do us a favor, post what you guys are running. You guys probably have a lot more information than I on these. But post below so we can sort of share what you guys are running and what you prefer, what height you are, because that might help a lot of the guys when they're trying to decide on which bars to run. Again, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.